ونزلنا الذكر وإنا له لحافظون.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are reaching the time of Moses alayhi salam, Musa in the Quran. We have seen with all the previous messengers how great they were and how many teachings we can get out of their story. Now, there is many teachings in Musa's story alayhi salam. He is everywhere in the Quran as, of course, a connection with the Jewish tradition and monotheism and Abraham alayhi salam, of course, and after this we have Jesus alayhi salam. Through his story in the Quran, what we get is a deeper understanding of our role on earth, the way we have to understand the very meaning of believing in God. Because in fact we know the story that he was in the family within the reality of slavery, and the boys were killed, and the way his mother protected him, he ended up in the family of his enemy within the family of Pharaoh. So this is what happened to him, and he was protected, and he killed somebody and he was forgiven, and then his mission started. When his mission started, he had to face the oppressor. He had to face Pharaoh, somebody from his own family, then because he was educated there, and he had to face him, and to face him with his brother Harun alayhi salam. So at that point, in this very moment of truth between him and the dictator, and the one who was saying to his people, Ana Rabbukumul A'la, I am your Lord, I am your God, I am God on earth. He has to face him, and he has to let him know that he has a mission now with his people, and this mission is to be freed and to leave Egypt. This moment, it's an important one. It's the very understanding of what faith should do to us, the way faith is transforming us. And what we find in the Quran, once again, these are few verses that we are selecting here, because there are many other verses in the Quran dealing with the same story. What we find in the Quran, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم اذهب أنت وأخوك بآياتي ولا تنيا في ذكري اذهبا إلى فرعون إنه طغى فقلا له قولا لينا لعله يتذكر أو يخشى. They are not following verses, they are coming from different parts, but the meaning here is to be followed. When it is said, go you and your brother with my signs, and do not neglect my remembrance. Go to Pharaoh, he has tyrannized, he has transgressed, but speak to him nicely, perhaps he will remember or have some fear. Now he is asked, Allah is ordering him, commanding him, go to Pharaoh, and now you have to let him know the truth and tell him. But while you are doing this, don't forget, don't neglect to remember me. That's, spiritually speaking, something that we need to get. You are facing power, and don't think that you are on your own. Moses alayhi salam at one point was scared. What am I going to do if he wants to kill me? Pharaoh wants to kill me. Allah is telling him, God is telling him, don't be scared, don't be afraid, I am with you. I listen and I see. This is what he got from Allah in this experience. But he is telling him, at the very moment you face power and a dictator, remember me, because my power is superior to his power, and you, with my power, you should not be scared of his power. I am with you. This remembrance in this very moment of a power struggle, in a power relationship, it's important, because at the end of the day, if within he knows La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, there is no strength and no power except the power of God, means that do whatever you want, it's not going to affect me. It's not going to diminish the very meaning of my mission towards you. That's the first point that we have here. And he is told, idhaba, you and your brother go and face him. Why? Because this guy is a transgressor. He's a dictator. He is an oppressor. And you should know, by the very meaning of your faith on earth, God is sending messengers and he's revealing books for human beings to be free and to face and to resist oppressors. This is the very meaning of our mission on earth. At the end of the day, there will be no peace on earth if the people of good are not ready to face and to resist the people who are spreading corruption and oppression on earth. That's the message of liberation. So not only the spiritual teaching is telling you, liberate yourself from your ego, because your ego could be a tyrant on your own self. So liberate yourself from the tyranny of your ego, but liberate your people from the tyranny of the dictator. That's the same process. You have to understand that this is the same, because what is required for you as a believer is to be free. Free inside, free outside. Freedom is the principle that is defining a human being before God and among his fellow human beings. That's one point, and this is what we get when we read the very meaning of this. Add to this something which is quite paradoxical and still so deep in this teaching. وَقُلَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا. You have to go فَقُلَا. So what you have to do out of this is speak to him in a very soft way. You have to be soft. You have to be nice, kind in the way you speak, as if the power of your message is not in the way you shout. It's not by the way you are aggressive. It's not, you are not going to win out of aggressivity. You are going to win out of wisdom. Relying with wisdom to the one who has the power on earth, because he is the creator of the heavens and the earth. So you need to get this, that to be soft is a sign of intimate inner power in front of the tyrant. And plus, not only you do this, but what you have to know is the limitation of your own knowledge. It might be that out of your words, the tyrant will remember. Remember that deep down, he should know that there is something beyond him. He's not God on earth. He's lying to himself. So it might be that through your words, truth will come to him. And second, or maybe he is going to be scared. He will get this fear that everything could change. By this, we understand that it's all about relying on God with the intimate power that he has the power, and the humble limitation, I don't know what could happen out of this discussion. And then with this story, what we have is what they also have to tell him. And we find this in the Quran when it is said, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فأتياه فقلا إنا رسول ربك فأرسل معنا بني إسرائيل ولا تعذبهم قد جئنك بآية من ربك والسلام على من اتبع الهدى. Approach him and say, we are the messengers of your Lord, so let the children of Israel go with us and do not torment them. We bring you a sign from your Lord, and peace be upon him who follows guidance. What they are saying here is that not only they come and say, okay, we want to leave, but they are translating this into now a requirement. We are coming to let you know that we want to take our people and to free ourselves from your oppression. And asking him, stop tormenting them, stop oppressing them, let them go. You know the word, let my people go. That's exactly what Moses alayhi salam is saying to the oppressor, meaning here that at the end of the day, relying on God, we are not going to stay under your oppressive authority, your dictatorship. That For us now, faith means free yourself, as we said. Just go ahead and don't accept any kind or any type of oppression. Now, they are asking him to stop tormenting them, and they are telling him, peace be with the one who is following the guidance. Meaning, if you stop us, if you don't accept our own freedom, it means that you are going towards war and your own destruction. If now you accept, because we are not asking you to convert to Judaism. We are not asking you this. We are asking you to let us believe as we want. You are oppressing us. You are not respecting our freedom of religion. We are not asking you to convert. And this, for us, in the whole process, is the most important thing. What we want is to be free to believe as we want, without imposing on to anybody the very meaning of believing. And we'll come to this in some following episodes about freedom of worship, but we have it here. Be free to believe. Do not impose your beliefs on people. And if people are oppressing you, find the way to be free, intimately and socially. Don't forget to tell the people you love that you love them. Life is fragile.
نحن نزلنا الذكر وإنا له